Welcome to LL Energy. I call upon my angels, guides, and ancestors to come into this reading to give us clear-cut messages and guidance. This is a reading for Gemini. Please watch over them, protect them, and guide them on their paths. Namaste. Okay, so this is a reading for Gemini. Hopefully it will try and keep it shorter because Sagittarius was quite long. Actually, let's go with this deck. Okay. Okay, so Gemini, I can see that you may be feeling left out in the cold by somebody, and I've got the star card here, which can represent some form of healing being needed. You may feel a lack of creativity at this time, but you may that may be restored soon. You may also want a relationship that is not meaningless, meaning that not just a physical relationship, but a spiritual relationship, or something that is just more long lasting, committed. Let's do one more shuffle. Gosh, maybe we shouldn't have done the last shuffle. It's a bit difficult. Oh gosh, this is all messing up. All right, let's see. Okay, let's cut the cards. Okay, yeah, so I saw this in the shuffle, the pre-shuffle. 5 of Cups in the upright, 2 of Pentacles in the upright, 6 of Coins in the upright, the Tower, Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, I'm going to take that bottom of the deck. I've got the Sun in reverse, so that's a major arcana. There could be something that is due to come to light, or there's something that you may be feeling not as abundant at this time, or like things are just kind of yeah, like karma's not necessarily working out in your favor, maybe in regards to a relationship. There is 3 major arcanas here at the bottom of the deck, the Death card after and the Moon card. There could be something that's coming to an end. Maybe something hasn't come to light completely yet. There could be some sort of significance happening in August as well. Maybe that's when energy might shift and change for you. And then we've got the Moon behind the Death card. So there might be a lot of emotions that you're feeling at this time. It could be in connection with the new Cancer Moon that's in Jupiter, where it's expanding your emotions. You could be going through an emotional transition. Moon card can also be about things that are hidden still from you that you may not know. But what it seems like is you're going through a transition or some sort of rebirth. But yeah, there may be something that's hidden from you. You may feel this in your intuition, but not sure about it. You may also have ended something with somebody, because you wasn't seeing like a light at the end of the tunnel with this person, or vice versa. They could have ended something with you. Okay. So on the table, we've got Five of Cups. Five of Cups can be about emotional turmoil or some sort of relationship coming to an end. You could still be holding on to this relationship slightly. And there may have been a change or a shift in this relationship. This relationship could have also triggered some wounds from the past. If you, in the back of this card, you can see there's like a shadow. Sorry if my ring light is in the shot. I'm trying this out. So yeah, you can see that there's like a shadow. So there might be some like shadow work that needs to be done for healing. Maybe you to write down things that you're going through or expressing some emotions and then getting rid of it. So for example, you could write down something and then for some of my clients, I say to them to burn it or outside, or to tear it up and let it go, let the paper go outside. Yeah, it's like the relationship that you've had or what you've been through may have reminded you of a past situation, and it's a lesson that maybe you had to learn about relationships, or if there was a relationship that reminded you of a past situation, you could still be dealing with some of the emotions from those relationships, but it's kind of transpired into this new relationship or this past relationship. Two of Coins is about maybe juggling or balancing. So you could have felt like somebody was juggling you, or they may have had another option, which could have been a possibility, or they could have been juggling lots of work and not really had time to bring balance to a situation. Or this may be you that was juggling so much things in this situation. This can also be your intuition as well, or related to your intuition. You could be more focused on tangible things like work and finances rather than your emotions as well. You could be trying to bury your emotions deep down. You could be going through several dreams and experiencing certain things that relate to your subconscious mind. Six of Coins here we've got could be about some form of balance that you're trying to bring within yourself. Or, as I said, this could be about someone that you are in love with or was in love with that is giving to two. And you may have found out about this situation, or this person may have told you about a situation, or you could just get the sense that they were juggling something. This person may not have had enough time for you. Then we've got the Tower. The Tower is the major arcana here in the deck. So this could be about you wanting a change, and yeah, this could have been about past energy of you wanting a change or wanting to bring balance to a situation, or wanted to have an equal partnership, and you wasn't necessarily getting that. So we've got the Tower here, which is about something being built on a faulty foundation. So you may have had a wake-up call from the universe or this person about a relationship that was built on a faulty foundation, and it's been torn down by the universe because it may not be what's going to serve you long term. Queen of Cups in reverse is, well, in reverse, I mean, she can be, if you're taking on the Queen of Cups energy, it can be quite intense. You can feel an emotional void. You could feel really sad about a situation, but trying to release that pain. You could be closing off your heart space, which is not recommended, not just because of new opportunities coming in for you with other people, but it could be also about the fact that you're giving up on love, or you're just not focused on love at this time. you could be closing yourself off. This can also be emotional turmoil, because the Queen of Cups can be shutting off her intuition. And so, yeah, closing off your heart space, closing off your intuition is not obviously what's best for you long term, but it might just be like you want to kind of forget or close off to this situation because you put yourself into a vulnerable position or state, and you didn't get the equilibrium back of what you wanted. So you may be closing off emotionally to this person, or just in general to love. This can be somebody who can be also spiteful or vicious in their approach when they're talking about their emotions, or this is like healing that needs to take place, but it's almost like you don't want this healing to take place at this time. But this just could be a temporary emotion or feeling for now. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these in the upright. Let's clarify this. It seems to be more about love than work. If it is about work, you may have emotionally detached from a work situation, and maybe you want something that's more emotionally fulfilling and that's more purpose driven. Or you could be trying to look into something new. You may not be finding satisfaction through work or through new endeavors that you want to embark upon. You may feel also like you're juggling too much at work, or you're juggling finances. You may just not be feeling yourself. This could also be like a sense of depression, or maybe some sort of subconscious healing that needs to be done, but you can't necessarily see it just yet. Or if you do see it, you may be avoiding it, but at the moment, while Mercury is in retrograde, it could also be taking you back to situations that you don't really want to focus on. And because it's in Leo, you may be rejecting that energy of things being, well, just rejecting the energy in terms of feeling that sun energy, or feeling that happiness that you usually, because Gemini is usually quite a happy-go-lucky energy. Okay, somebody could be trying to apologize to you, or you could have an apology coming in. Okay, yeah, you could have an apology coming in. Bottom of the deck is the devil. I'm not going to show it on here because apparently we're not supposed to show this card or the Lover's card anymore. I don't know why exactly yet, but I'll get to that. This is similar energy to... there was a reading that I did, and this was a similar energy at the bottom. At the bottom of the deck, we've got nothing but major arcanas. I've got the Devil card, the Chariot, the World card, the Tower, the Hermit. So there's definitely, someone could be getting a new car. There's a new cars coming up in all the regions for some reason. Congratulations if you are getting a new car. Someone could be getting a new car. You could also feel like you're in a repressive type of Saturn energy, where it's like the dad of the zodiac and you're being repressed in some way, or you're feeling like you're having to navigate a lot of negativity to kind of feel better, and maybe you just want to move on from this and end this cycle. But you're ending this cycle with a Tower. So something could have came to an abrupt end. This could have been while traveling as well, because we've got the Chariot and the World card. Or if you had a long distance relationship. You could have been traveling to see somebody as well via car or something like that. Or yeah, you could have been traveling to see someone. There might have been an ending that you wasn't expecting, and this has caused you to go within, and basically the hermit is going within and kind of reassessing your options, reassessing your life, thinking about how you want to move forward. And it can also be you being in a state of depression, but then you come out enlightened. So you will get your passion and drive back. You just can't see it maybe right now. And there may be a new creative endeavor that you embark upon. This could also be a lesson of turning your pain into power, in the sense of birthing something new out of the things that you've gone through. Or you may be some sort of teacher that starts teaching other people spiritually about life and experiences. That's just like a side note. So we've got the Page of Cups over the Five of Cups. Sorry, the light there. Then we've got the Two of Pentacles over the Two of Pentacles again. I don't know what's happening. There's double cards coming out everywhere today. Seven of Cups over the Six of Pentacles. The King of Cups over the Tower. And then the Ace of Cups over the Queen of Cups. So a few things here. Someone could be coming in with an apology from the past who has hurt you previously. And they may be coming in to say sorry. In this, I said an apology already, but basically in this deck, the person doesn't have a fish like in the traditional deck where they have a fish in the cup. So you're not sure if you can trust it. This might be a genuine apology. But it may be at a time where you no longer want the apology because you're already going through the motions of trying to heal this situation. The Two of Pentacles over the Two of Pentacles, for me, it could be like you are juggling between whether you want to speak to this person or whether you want to accept their apology or whether you want to move forward. If you may decide to move forward because you've got the Seven of Cups here over the Six of Pentacles. So it's almost like regaining balance within yourself and then moving forward with new options. But just be mindful of the options that are coming towards you, because you could be attracting a lot of energy that seems really good in hindsight, but some of it is not as good, because when you're feeling like a lower vibration within yourself because of the pain that you might be going through from a situation, things can be blinded, especially at this time with Mercury in retrograde. You could have exes returning. You could have more than one ex that returns to try and talk to you or try and send you a message. And you may not be interested in any of them, but this is looking like what it could possibly be. You could also think about juggling more things to do with work to make money. It could be that you want to have a break as well. You could also start holding back from somebody or from an ex that reaches out to you. You could want to hold back. You might not want anything to do with them. With the King of Cups over the Tower, somebody, a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or someone with water in their chart may come into your life as you're going through this ending and as you're going through this painful time. And you may feel like, I'm not interested. I don't trust love anymore. I don't want to know. Or this could be somebody from the past that's trying to make the situation up. But it could be two different people here, because the first one is a page. So it could be somebody that was younger that you were dealing with, or somebody that behaved immaturely that you couldn't really emotionally connect with. And then there's a king coming in, or another water sign who is established, who has new opportunities, things that they can offer. And you may have decided that this still isn't what you want, basically. You could also reject somebody who's actually trying to offer you a love commitment because you're not ready. But this actually might be somebody that's coming in to help you heal, and you don't see that coming. So because you're still focused on this tower, you don't necessarily want to deal with this person. But it's saying not to be kind of closed off to love. The other thing that it can be as well is that you start filling your own cup emotionally again. You start to get messages or guidance on how to move forward, and that's going to support you in moving forward and filling up your own self-love cup again. This person is still trying to come in though, whether you like it or not. This person is trying to come into your life. And sorry, Gemini, I lost some of my time because I think I had too much recordings on my my phone. So back to where I was. So basically, yeah, there's a King of Cups coming in, and the Ace of Cups, as I said, is about yourself. I think it's self-worth, but also there could be a new, as I said, a new love opportunity coming in for you. You may notice around the next moon cycles as well that you have several transitions, and somebody is watching over you and protecting you, guiding you. Could be a relative, your ancestors, the rest of your ancestors, your guides. You are protected. I just want to see what this King of Cups is down here. I want to make sure. This could be that you get the love relationship that you have been wanting after a time or many relationships that have played out in the same way, or characteristics that you've picked within somebody that is similar, or where you've maybe rushed into situations and then maybe that's why you don't want to focus on anything like this in terms of love. Maybe that's why you just want to stay away from it entirely. But this new person that's coming in may be here to help you heal and help you. That I've got the Hermit here, which is the only other than the Tower, two major arcanas on the deck. So this could be to help you heal, and also someone to this person may come in as a friend, and they help you to go within to find that space or area that you feel that you have lost within this situation, or something that you felt that you might be lacking due to this situation or how it's played out. And also, this is a King of Cups, Queen of Cups. So if this is the energy you're taking on, this is somebody who is a match for you that you may not see coming. They may not be your usual type as well. And this may be a blessing. Yeah, a blessing that you don't see coming. This person will may be emotionally ready to give their cup, and they may be quite attentive because this king looks quite happy and generous, abundant. They may be emotionally open, which helps balance you in some aspects. If it's somebody that is from the past or that you've had an ending with, you may just go within about this situation but not want to deal with that person. Could also be somebody returning from the past that you may have had a relationship with or you've lived with in the past, possibly. Yeah. Two of Cups. There's new love coming in for you. As I said, if it is somebody from the past, it may be a soulmate connection, or it may be somebody that you've had an ending with, but this ending needed to happen for this person to emotionally grow, especially if it's a twin flame relationship or a soulmate or kindred spirit or something like that. So as soon as you start pouring back the self-love into yourself, this comes in and it's almost like a blessing from God, universe, source energy. Let's see why this hermit is here, just to check. This could also be somebody who is able to go within and could be somebody who is spiritually aligned as well. Yeah, hermit and the high priestess. So it's like a couple. It could be a twin flame connection. But you two are going to help each other to grow emotionally, spiritually. It may not be an easy connection, but it might be that you're both at the time in your lives where you can appreciate a decent relationship, but you may not be open to this at the beginning. You may not see it coming. You're definitely going to need to use your intuition about this situation, but this person may balance you out. There may be some work that you need to do on your throat chakra and heart chakra, and root chakra as well. This person, yeah, may balance you out. It may be an uplifting relationship. Somebody you've known before, past life soulmate, or it could be somebody returning from your past that you maybe never thought you would have a relationship with again. Or it could be somebody that you knew in childhood or grew up with. So sorry, Gemini. I had to cough. Definitely, there may be something here about your throat chakra that needs to be cleared. If there's someone that you need to speak up to, or there's something that you wanted to say, maybe consider the fact that it's Mercury retrograde. That possibly will affect you. But wait until you're in a lighter energy to say it, especially if there's something that you need to clear up from the past. I just want to check what these Two of Pentacles is. The other thing is as well, it could be two people coming in for you. One person from the past. Well, actually, could be two people from the past. But this is like two relationships here. One that might be more spiritually based, but a more loving connection. And it could be two people, no, maybe three actually. One that could be more spiritual based. One that could be like the love and the healing that you might need. Or this could be all one relationship. And then there could be somebody also from the past that is returning to try and apologize to you. This may bring on a decision that you need to make between two. But there's four when you think about it. 4 pentacles here. So it could be a decision between more than 2 or 3. So you could have 2 exes coming back from the past at this time. Be careful of people coming back during this time and what decisions you're making. Wait until maybe the end of August to see what's going to transpire for you or what's going to happen following this. Because things can easily fizzle out when you get involved with in Mercury retrograde, and you're the love and the attention, and Leo's energy is a lot about attention and see me like kind of energy. So you could be having fun with a person from the past if they come back around, and you may be doing it from a space of not feeling as healed yet from a past situation. So in order to get this blessing coming in, maybe just take things slow. I'm not saying don't date anyone, take things slow. But as I said, it could be someone new coming in. If you are thinking about going on a dating website or going out a bit more eventually, or just throwing your hands up one day and thinking, no, you know what, I've been in the house too much, I've been sad or whatever, then I would say go out and enjoy yourself. You may meet somebody. If you've been in your head quite a lot about a situation, overthinking things, feeling upset, feeling sad about a situation, there's a mindset that may need to change here, because it's not necessarily that yes, we all get into certain situations or we need to heal, but this doesn't necessarily mean that just because this person may have rejected you or left you out in the cold in the past, that they were right to do that. That was just part of their path, or if they met somebody else, whoever they met was part of their path, but it's not a reflection of you. You will see some justice in this situation. I feel like when somebody tries to come back, you may not necessarily want them, and it will be a victory and success for you. If there is any contracts or things that you're going to sign during this time, be careful to look over the contracts. Make sure that you can see everything, because in the justice card here, she's blindfolded. Just make sure that you can see everything, that justice is in your favor. You will have a victory and success in moving forward. You just may not see it right now, but you will have victory and success in moving forward. That's a triumph card. You will start to leave the past behind and sail into calmer waters, but there may be things that are hidden that you don't see, or there may be stuff in your subconscious that you need to work on, and bring that to the forefront. But that's what the universe does for us sometimes. It's brought to the forefront. Or it could be that you start getting insights through people that you speak to. You could have a new home coming in the future, and you could have more harmony within your family situation. You will get some sort of spiritual enlightenment, and that will bring you back into balance. If you've definitely been stabbed in the back by somebody or betrayed by somebody, you may find your balance before you heal from this situation and be still healing. You may be planning travel plans in the future as well, or somebody may ask you to go on a trip. You may have some decisions. About, let's see. You may have two different opportunities and a decision about those two opportunities, whether you want to go towards one or the other. Whatever path you take, there's no path that's wrong. They're both a path that's blessed, basically. There's a lot about decisions and weighing up options in July, and it may stem into August as well. But all in all, I think it's a month of healing. It's a month of transition. There's a lot of self-love that you need to pour back into yourself. Kind of a sense of remembering who you are, and that you have a purpose here. You have a strong purpose. This may be a purpose that you end up fulfilling with another person, or in some sort of power couple, but you will get a new opportunity that is probably not like anything that you've been through before, or any relationship that you've experienced before. I think just be careful with options and things moving towards you too quickly. But this tower that is here kind of had to come down so that the universe could usher in better for you. Well, this was a nice reading. Not all, but a lovely ending. All right, so I'm going to pull some messenger cards for you. I'm sorry about all the breaks. If you feel like you've had that in life recently, where you've had like a stop, start energy, that will change. As I said, August could be abundant for you, but just at the moment, certain things may be on hold. Let's do some romance cards. If it is someone from the past, as I said, coming back for you, it could be somebody who wasn't emotionally grown, maybe when you dated them before, and then they've emotionally grown up. But to me, it looked like 2 or 3 different people. So you may have options. or it could be, as I said, a relationship that goes to a new strength when it was, different, I guess, in the beginning. That person possibly realized your worth when you left. Long distance. Love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. So yeah, you could have been dating somebody that's long distance. You could actually meet somebody else that's long distance as well, if that sort of relationship works for you. Destiny. The reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. Yeah, as I said, twin flame. Some people may not be aware that they're dealing with a twin flame. I don't know why twin flame is coming out in lots of readers. So yeah, if you're on a twin flame journey, then it's tumultuous at times, but it is also rewarding for growth, and it can be a very beautiful love, but it can also be really testing at times. But when you've grown both to a certain point and you've learned a lot of life lessons, the union can then really complement each other, because you are in a space where you're able to provide that safe space for each other, have empathy, grow together. And even if you have separation periods, doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be apart. It's just important for both parties to know, really. Window, a new adventure in love is coming, get ready. So yeah, someone new may be coming in. Someone new could actually be your twin if you didn't know you had a twin, or if you know but you thought you've met somebody like that before. Sometimes we have karmic partners before we meet the twin flame, and some people can meet a fake twin flame, is what they call it, I guess. Or a false twin. They call it false twin, sorry, not fake. False twin, where it kind of takes you through the same motions, but it's a lot more tumultuous, and it breaks you down to kind of make you realize what you deserve and who's giving to you in the right way, but also it's more about your own self-love and getting you on that journey. And then sometimes as you progress, then you meet that twin. Sometimes you don't end up with your twin. Sometimes you both have to be on separate paths in this lifetime, and somebody else, another divine partnership is sent in for you. So it could also be a divine partnership which basically replaces the twin, because either one or the other of you couldn't grow enough, maybe emotionally or in the 3D or whatever, or maybe they have, for example, they may have more materialistic goals in life and they may have missed part of certain lessons. You may not meet in this lifetime again. You may have just came to wake each other up, and then you've moved on and you meet other people along the way, or you meet somebody else that is meant for you in this lifetime. So I'm hearing that Erykah Badu song, Maybe Next Lifetime. So maybe some people are going through that. Closure. Not all connections are meant to be except closure. So yeah, just like what I was saying. Wish. Someone you wished for is coming into your life. So your prayers and affirmations have been heard. Boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries, protect them. So yeah, if you didn't have boundaries set with somebody, you need to set boundaries in the future, or just set boundaries for yourself with people. Star, your hope and optimism are a powerful magnet for you right now. So you've got the Star card, and I saw that in your shuffle. So there is healing coming. There's also blessings, and also you are protected and guided. Bottom of the deck, I've got, excuse me, the X. Healing from past heartbreak takes time. Be patient with yourself. Okay, so let's get these up. I'm sorry, my throat, since I've been starting this reading, it's like somebody doesn't want me to say anything. Sorry. I'm not going to pause again. Sorry. So let's do some purpose cards. Travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. So yeah, if you have a life purpose that you want to travel, you may get a new role, or something you do may be able to work from your laptop and travel. That definitely would be my dream. Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you now. There could be a new role coming for you in Libra season as well. It could just be about balance. Writing. You heal and inspire, teach and entertain with the words you write. Yeah, so somebody is meant to be like a speaker or writer. Protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Someone wants to change their job. You are supported. The angels are protecting you. Let's do one more. Teaching. You inspire young people to learn. So someone may have a career in teaching with children. Leadership. Take charge of this situation. That's at the bottom of the deck. Definitely maybe do some singing or something to heal your throat chakra. Because Gemini is real communication. So if you're not feeling like speaking or sharing emotions, I would definitely say speak or sing to yourself. You don't have to speak to anyone if you don't want to. Let's make sure I've got the book for this actually. Quadish, sexual wisdom. It's so strange actually. I think I pulled this card for myself not that long ago. Let's see where the book is. Okay, so this is from the Gods and Guardians Oracle book. So let's see where we can find this. So cute. 141. Okay, so it says sexual wisdom. Embrace intimacy. Celebrate your sexuality. Qadesh, pronounced Kaddish, is an ancient Egyptian goddess of sacred ecstasy. Her origins are in the Canaanite religious and ancient Levant. In the Middle East, her name was Qadesh or Kadushu, which means holy one. It's said that in Levant, the cult of Kadesh involved recreating the rite of sacred marriage. Priestesses called Qadesh or Kadasha, holy or pure ones, means holy or pure ones, may have been sacred prostitutes, women who offer sex as a sacrament or sacred feminine healing act. In an Egyptian role, Egypt, I can't even get my words out. In Egypt, she rode naked on the back of a lion, holding a snake, a lotus flower, and papyrus plants. This is so tongue-tied. Kadesh possessed great knowledge of sexuality and an expression of the divine. This card signifies, sorry, that was just the intro, so let's hope that this is better. This card signifies a time of sexual healing and new experiences of intimacy. Kadesh can activate your intuitive wisdom about sex as a sacred, nourishing force. She says the easiest way to access your sexual spiritual knowledge is to tune into your body. Be still and become aware of your breath. If you can, place one hand on your heart area and the other on your belly, or simply focus on the sensations of your body. Imagine your sexual energy as a spark of light flowing through you. Ask yourself, what does my sexual wisdom want me to know? Listen to the first feeling or impression that arises. If nothing comes, don't worry. You're tuning into your higher sexual consciousness, whether you know it or not. The insights may come hours, days, or weeks later. Maybe you want to be more sexually expressive and creative, or do you need permission to experiment with being polyamorous or celibate, for example? It could be that sexual blocks or trauma are coming up for healing. I'll lead you to the right support. Offer up all your desires and wishes about sacred erotic to me. Let me bring you all sensual pleasure you deserve. Additional meanings of this card. Explore sacred ecstasy rituals, how sex connects to the divine. Work with sex therapist or relationship counselor. Communicate your sexual needs to your partner or partners. And then it says, the mantra is, my sexuality is natural. I'm worthy of aesthetic pleasures. Oh, such a tongue tie, that card. Anyway, what it seems like as well is that if you're a healer, you may heal other people with your sexual energy, which is something that you can research yourself, but you may heal other people because there is a connection between the divine and obviously your sexual energy and sacredness, and which is why some people remain celibate for a certain amount of time and all of these things until they meet the partner that they want to be with. Or, as I said, it could just be that you are some form of a healer, but that healing may erupt changes and awakenings within people. And it can happen because it's such a powerful thing. That healing can take place in many forms and things can change drastically, but when that journey kind of ends, you may not see it coming. And that may be something that's quite upsetting, especially if you've had a lot of relationships where you've been the healer and the other person has been able to, or you felt taken advantage of in some way. Let me just get one more card for you. But also about healing your sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra, because there is a lot of creativity that's connected to that. So on one side is the sexual energy and, you know, birthing a baby or some sort of creativity, and creativity that's going to be tangible into tangible form. But then there's creativity where you put your, you know, art to the test, or if you're an artist, or if you're someone that knits, or if you're somebody that makes bracelets, for example, or you're somebody that decorates or is an interior designer, whatever it is, you may have a blockage there that needs, or something that needs rebalancing in those chakras. And the root chakra as well. So I would focus on the root, the heart, sacral and solar plexus. And it also may help you to birth something new that you want to work on. And as I said, Gemini rules communication. So if there's something that you need to get out there and speak about in terms of you being a public speaker or sharing certain experiences to help other people heal, that might be also part of your calling. Self-care, number 2. So definitely to do with your intuition and self-care. This is my mystical oracle deck. Let's see, where's the book? So we've got number 2. So it says, when you draw the self-care card, it can bring up many emotions. It can be challenging to accept that you deserve a life full of abundant love and self-acceptance, and you may experience internal resistance to feeling worthy. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and admit your true feelings, if only to yourself, which will release your emotions and give you permission to feel what needs to be felt. Self-care involves taking some much needed time for yourself and acknowledging that your needs must be honored. However, it is not about recharging your energy so you can sacrifice yourself for others. It's about nurturing yourself and feeling good enough just as you are. Free yourself from the weight of the expectations of others and free yourself from the weight of your own expectations. Be wary of the self-care to-do list. It can be easy to fall into the trap of telling yourself you should undertake certain practices every day to keep on top of your self-care rituals, but this will just add more pressure on you to achieve. Trying to fit in all the things you feel you should be doing can lead to feeling overwhelmed. Regardless of your outside achievements, you are worthy of love, acceptance, wealth, and good health. And it's all waiting for you in abundance. You just need to allow it to happen. So yeah, this is also about belief in yourself and believing that you accept the changes and abundance that's coming for you. So that is your reading, Gemini. Definitely tapping into your intuition. The 2 was a running theme in your reading. So definitely look up the number 2, spiritual meaning. And you could also need a cleanse or to go to like a Reiki healer or just cleansing, because you can see this woman is, she's not, I can't say it, but basically she's cleansing. She's cleansing in some way. You could need to go near a beach or something like that if you haven't been recently, and just cleanse yourself, or go to a spa for the day. And if you notice here, the women or people at the top here are crying, you could just need to release a lot of emotions. And if you have been crying, then you are going through a period of healing. Sending you lots of love and light. And until next time, namaste.